watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get out my problems, let me when I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Mike 5-4. 3 buzz. Alert. 54. Hey, 0. Watch 54. Right.
Now Wilson on first down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
You see me?
Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Check 26. 12.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This complete to Jones. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
That's good for another Jacksonville first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get ready.
Now Wilson. Complete to Jones. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's get off the field. Check the backer.
Wilson going to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Man out, man.
On third down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Like 5. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, tight. King. Undercut.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Switch.
They run with Pumphrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go. Block 80.
Now the 4th-year man from Utah, Devontae Booker. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
180. Alert.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Pumphrey. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. There's Wilson to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
All day, dog. Under 10, under 10, 10. 53.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Motion, watch 10, watch 10. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Flushed out right. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Caught by Jones. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3. That's the end of the first.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Low pass. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Who that? Who that?
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the... He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Derrick Henry. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They go read option with Wilson. Oh, and now some space to operate. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Look. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Go. Watch the run. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put him on.
Now it's Wilson. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Booker on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he's going to go down again. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
On first down, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
58, right over there, right over there.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Completes it to Powell. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Grenade time. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. No check. Alert, 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 alert.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught. Jones. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Wilson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
One left, one left. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got Jack Doyle, and he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well. So first and 10 now from the 30.
12. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
To throw again is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. This is the running back, Powell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Crosby puts it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Jack 16.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. Devontae Booker, the 40. The 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with him. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Defense, let's go. Hey, check 20.
To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Mike 58, right there. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Now Wilson. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
36 power. Preload. Tempo.
Throwing is Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's Williams. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Let's go.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Traquan Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Terrell Suggs. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's Williams. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun handoff to Booker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Mike 20.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mike 59. Mike 59. I got one.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You good? Alert, alert.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Jaguars' 39-yard line.
Set. 180.
59.
Go, go. Block it back.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Davis. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And the Colts' first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Roethlisberger now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Wilson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the penalty, it's Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big run there by Henry. 47 yards on the ground. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelm, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
58 to Mike. Here we go.
Hey, alert.
58 to Mike. 58.
They go play action now. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Now this throw caught left side. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, now.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Throwing now is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make or break onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
You can't block me.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Charlotte, 5 down.
Again, it's Pumphrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first out and more inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Set! Blue 30.
59, 59. Let's go, baby. Then turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So this one winds up in Indianapolis victory. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Indianapolis, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular